Well, folks, you're in for a real treat today. I'm going to be roasting Spider Gwen number 23 by Hannah. What's her name here? Blumenreich. Blumenreich? Blumenreich? Seems a little more appropriate. Blumenreich. I suck at names, just so you know. And let me tell you, this book is fantastic! What I mean by fantastic, I mean a complete fucking dumpster fire. Okay, so I'm not exactly sure why Jason Latour as well as Robbie Rodriguez got pulled off this book, but they have Hannah Blumenreich take over, and she's doing the writing duties as well as the art. Let's talk about the cover. I find this cover to be very accurate on what the story is about. Not Spider Gwen. So we have the Mary Janes featured in the foreground, and then we have Spider Gwen swinging off in the background. It's appropriate because she's not in this book at all. Spider Gwen's not in her own book. This is a book featuring the Mary Janes. Oh, I bet you're excited, aren't you? I know I'm not. So the book does open up with a 4-page, I guess it's like an introduction to transition over to Hannah's pile of trash. But this is pretty funny. It's kind of like the Family Feud. You have the Banditos, which is just, a bunch of silly kind of villains in Spider-Gwen. Like the, what is it? The Bodega Bandit. And we find out that the Watcher for the Spider-Gwen universe, which is, I guess, Earth 65. Yeah, there we go, Earth 65. He's watching another universe. It's kind of funny. It's cute. It's kind of an interesting take on the whole thing with the Watchers having it. Basically, he's watching a television set which is covering that universe. So he gets busted by a bunch of other Watchers. They come in asking him why isn't he watching Spider-Gwen's Earth, and basically goes on talking about how boring it's been, which I find to be kind of appropriate for this book because it's terrible. So they braid him about not watching Earth 65. And so he goes and changes the channel and begins watching, and transitions over to Hannah's art. Now, this whole story comes off as really bad Spider-Gwen fanfiction, because I'm pretty sure that's what this is. It's not a book about Spider-Gwen, it's about her amazing friends, who happen to be a bunch of chicks with no personality. We get a very, very different version of Mary Jane. She is basically self-absorbed. She cares more about her band than she does her friends, and apparently knows martial arts because she took one day of class. We'll get more into that later on, because besides this book being completely fucking boring, I really think Hannah hates men, because there's only 2 male characters in there, and both of them are just kind of portrayed very poorly. I can argue she doesn't like women either, because they're also portrayed very poorly. Apparently, Gwen is out on a mission in Madripoor with another version of Wolverine, so they need a drummer. What happens is, so Mary Jane kind of convinces Glory to be the drummer, so they go off to this gig. Yay, this is what the book is about. Let's see what kind of wacky adventures the Mary Janes can get into while they're on their way to their gig. So exciting. Aren't you glad you're reading superhero comic books? Makes you wish there was actually a superhero in this book. So they're on the subway, they're going to their gig, and so they're making some jokes about how did Gwen get her powers? Maybe she was bitten by a radioactive spider. Ha 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 ha. How would that work? It's lame. They leave the subway, and in doing so, Mary Jane manages to break the heel of her boot, and so they go into the store to go get some gum to try and fix it, where she runs into one of her ex-boyfriends, who happens to be moving to LA, and he wants his some records back. Wow, what a riveting plot twist. I bet you guys didn't see that one coming. So, being the responsible individual that Mary Jane is, she decided to lend those records to Liz Allen. Those records that don't technically belong to her. So they have to go get them back from Liz. And apparently Liz doesn't like Mary Jane right now, because apparently Liz Allen's boyfriend likes Mary Jane more than her. So now begins the riveting quest to recover Random Guy A's vinyl. So they show up at Liz Allen's place, and Liz Allen's like, you two can go fuck yourself. The lesbian with the dark hair and glasses, she can go in and get the vinyl. And this is where the book gets exciting, folks. Because apparently some random guy at this party decides to talk to the chick with the dark hair and glasses, and guess what? Oh my god, it's the worst thing ever to happen. Because God forbid you show up at a party and a dude hits on you. Hey, nice stack of vinyl you got there. Hey, what's the deal? Are you just gonna take the records and bail? Yeah, it's like this new thing called I came here to do a thing, and then I did it, and now I'm leaving. I get it. You're like one of those girls who's like above it. Like, you play hard to get. Yeah, that's exactly what's happening right now. Hey, what's your name? Go away. Okay, whatever. For being friendly. I'm sorry. Sorry, folks. Reading this really bad dialogue made me temporarily lose sanity points as well as intelligence. OMG. Hey, like, what took you so long? A boy was like trying to talk to me and it was excruciating. That's how I hear it in my head. Along with the other voices. God forbid. Okay, I get it. There's probably lots of times where chicks get hit on. They don't want it. But, Jesus Christ. So apparently the dude committed the high crime of talking to a woman. Oh my god, no wonder you broke up with him. Right? It's like, I wonder why he even wanted these back? Hey, you were at the party. Why won't you talk to me? You think you're too good for me? Oh my god, is he like serious? Do you have like a boyfriend or something? Oh my god, yes, I have a boyfriend or something. Go away. I bet you're lying. You don't have a boyfriend. Show me your phone. I bet you don't have it in there. Go away. Sissy, back off. Hey, give me your phone. What's wrong with you? And I'm pretty sure this is the point where everybody stops watching this video. Okay, so I will stop with the really corny and painful voices. And Mary Jane One Punch Man's the dude. He goes right out. And I'm pretty sure with that punch, Hannah also forgot where she was because it looks like they're in a hallway when previously they were out on the street. This made it past an editor, folks. It made it past an editor. To distribution, onto store shelves. And this is the part where it gets great. It's like, you are a superhero. Nah, I just took a class once. I've been taking martial arts for over 5 years, and I can't one-punch a dude to the ground. That's simply just not gonna happen. Unless there's something wrong with them, or you basically hit them in a way where you kill them, that's not realistic. I mean, have you watched boxing? It usually takes a bit for someone to go down. And even if it does happen, that person has been training for years. Mike Tyson seems to come to mind. I'm pretty sure if I got hit by Mike Tyson, I would go out in one punch. However, if I was hit by Mary Jane, probably not. and people wonder why is Marvel sales doing so poorly? Oh, I don't know, because maybe a book about a superhero should actually contain a superhero. And maybe that superhero should go off and do some superheroing. This book is terrible. It is absolutely terrible. I don't know why they pulled hand onto this book. All this is really bad Spider-Gwen fanfiction, and this book should have never been published. Now, before you think I'm a complete hater here, I actually did enjoy the initial run of Radioactive Spider-Gwen. I thought it was a very interesting comic. When Spider-Verse came out, I was like, hey, what an interesting idea. You have this character. What an interesting take on Spider-Man. Rather than Peter Parker being bitten, it was Gwen Stacy. Peter Parker dies as a result. I thought it was a very interesting concept. And I was looking forward to the book. And now you get shit like this coming out, which is a complete fucking turnoff. I am done with this book now. Fuck you, Marvel. Fuck you very much, and have a nice day. I'm done with this book. I'm going to move on to something good. Goodbye. What I find really astonishing is that Marvel is trying to go and make books for everybody. Clearly, not everybody. That's it. Seriously, this one's going into the dumpster. If you like this video, do me a huge favor and click that like button. And if you can tolerate the sound of my voice, I would appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button. And if you really like me, how about you hit that bell so you get instant notifications whenever I release a video. And if you truly love me, do me a huge favor and share this video with your friends. Get the word out. I'm trying to build up the channel. And until next time, hopefully you're reading some good books. I read the bad ones so you don't have to.